Chandrababu Naidu is like a man possessed. Apart from taking over the reins of Andhra Pradesh, he seems to be more focused on undoing the wrongs of the previous Jagan Mohan Reddy government. After releasing several white papers on the lavish Rushikonda Palace project of Jagan's, the alleged corruption over sand mining, revoking the Land Titling Act, in the latest, Chief Minister Naidu has initiated an inquiry into perhaps the biggest ever landscapes in the country after independence. So, look at it, I mean, it's almost like more than 75 years. This is what Naidu claims, that this is a land scam which will actually make you wonder, or rather gasp with shock, and this during the YSRCP regime. So, the allegation goes like this. Apparently, Jagan's government had brought the land freehold policy with an intention of grabbing vast extents from the government and also some assignees who were totally unaware. This is a land freehold policy. Now, as a part of the freehold policy, the YSRCP government had allegedly initiated alienation of lands up to an extent of 9 lakh acres to private people. Stress on private people. According to Chandrababu Naidu, and I am quoting him here, I did not see this kind of land grabbing petitions in the past. The previous government mismanaged the land records and there is unrest among the public on it. In fact, when compared with Telangana, the land records in Andhra Pradesh were maintained very systematically. Now, the Special Chief Secretary, Revenue, Land Registration and Stamps has alleged that freeholding was made in different categories, such as assigned lands, village service, inam lands, lands having certain restrictions, dotted lands, etc., etc. Let's try and understand, what does this mean? What does this land grab scam mean for the people of Andhra Pradesh? And joining me to explain this is senior journalist and political analyst K.S. Prasad. Mr. Prasad, a very warm welcome to you on the show. Namaste. Every day we see some white paper or the other, and for a moment, like we are journalists and we don't hold a brief for any party. It's for the people. When I used to discuss or debate about no capital, which is still true for Andhra Pradesh, it was more about the people of the state. Now, tell me something, freehold land, giving it to private people, it has many, I'm shocked. Now, leased land is, it could be 99 years, for example, and then you have to once again, extend it. But freehold, I mean, I could get premier land in a premier place, for throwaway prices, and I get to keep it, Mr. Prasad. Don't you think this is a bit shocking, sir?
Good evening, ma'am, and good evening to the viewers. Ma'am, you always raise certain topics as far as our Telugu states are concerned, which need to bring the original facts to the people around. That's what your motto. Let me join my hands to you so that people will realize what the primary motto of ma'am is. It is really evident as far as our AP state is concerned. The Land Titling Act, which is being imposed by central government on an aggregate 200 crores plus, was spent out of 17,000 villages, 13,000 villages. Land Titling Act means accuracy has been taken as far as lands are concerned. The remaining 7,000 villages have been left. Apart from that last government, almost 34 lakhs 50,000 people have been benefited with the cent and 1.5 cent lands. And about 17 lakhs 50,000 acres of land is concerned. That is what you mentioned, like Ava Bhumulu, Chukka Bhumulu, and etc. Yeah. These lands have been identified by the government and it has been given it to the respect to farmers. Officially, it has been given. And apart from that, the blames what Jagan Mohan Reddy is taking is the lands which was being given it to the people of 1 cent and 1.5 cent, which was purchased from the private people, and which was given it to the people around. So the purchase related things are concerned, the market price and this thing, the registered document is an evident document. What sort of manipulations have taken place? This is the government, as soon as they step into the shoes of governance, they are buying the time and everything. They are blaming the last government for time survival. certain period of time, they can only survive. This, as far as land disputes like Visakhapatnam is concerned, I've been hearing from 2014 to 19, and their own party people itself, like existing speaker and previous happened to be the ex-minister, Ganta Srinivasarao and Ayan Path. Subsequently, as soon as the YSRCP government has come, the in charge, Vijay
All
Shah
right.
Reddy
So,
has
Mr.
manufactured
Prasad,
lot
I
of lands.
understand. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, that even the land titling, which of course we saw Babu tearing the passbook and dramatically throwing it away, calling it an attempt by the government to take over land. You know, we have to go back into history, and you know it better than I do, about land reforms in undivided Andhra Pradesh. We know the kind of problems it created. You know, you wouldn't have had outlawed groups. I don't want to name them. I mean, if the land reforms had happened properly in Andhra Pradesh, Mr. Prasad, you and I know, you know, only some states have had excellent land reforms. The others are just like that. Andhra is no exception. My point is, sir, freehold. The word is freehold. How come you give freehold land to people? You know, why are you giving freehold? So, think about it. You have a plan, okay? And you mark certain areas where you will give freehold. You can hold, I mean, you are my friend, I will give Prasad, you know, some 100 acres and it's freehold. This, I do not know, somehow I feel that the entire principle of fairness and justice has been thrown out of the window, Mr. Prasad.
Yeah, I agree with your argument, ma'am. The thing is, if you really recollect the ex-chief minister Jagan Mohan Reddy's in his Visakhapatnam conclave as far as investment practice is concerned, that time he categorically announced that the government holds almost 4 lakh acres of land. It is a free, and if somebody wants to invest this thing, they will be allocated as far as you mentioned, like it is 100 acres or 50 acres, whatever you name it as. The government, as long as they hold certain proper lands like assigned lands and all, then they hold it. Like, it's a matter of fact, they can give to the people who really want to invest as far as proper investments are concerned. But if you really take into the personal land, this government has manipulated a lot of lands and they've been given to X and YZ. Until and then it is not been proved. Say for instance, he might have given it 100 acres of land to me. In a span of some time, if I would have not made any company over there, then it is a blame. Either Jagan Mohan Reddy or somebody else should take it. But which has not happened. It is only stories which have been narrated by the people around and executing to the
See,
people.
that is where you're a journalist, and if you gave me a story like that, I said, Prasad, let's go and investigate what happened to this 100 acres which was given to XYZ. What's he doing with it? Why is it freehold? Then I discover that the X person is related to, you know, the chief minister's aunt, son, or see, we've seen enough politics. My whole point is, you saw Rushikonda. Rushikonda is vulgar, according to me. It's vulgar, Prasad. I mean, there is nothing about it which smacks of, you know, this thing. We are talking about a state where the exchequer is running empty. Naidu can say whatever he has to, K.S. Prasad, but he has to build. He has to build now. He needs the money. Therefore, in the budget, because he's, you know, very, very smartly kind of shaken hands with Mr. Modi, that in the budget he was given a good treatment. But every day, what about sand mining? Now, I asked TDP very clearly, do not allege unless you have proof. Show me the paper, show me the proof. In this, they are saying that very shortly, they will come up with papers which will show that this freehold land was not given to a poor peasant or anyone. It was given to sharks, K.S. Prasad. Then what do we do?
No, it's very simple, ma'am. Say, for instance, Amaravati, the R5 zone has been created and the lands have been given to the poor. Today, government has taken a call. R5 zone is not for the poor people and we don't want. If you really recollect, in the 2014 and 19, Chandrababu Naidu itself is allocated more than 2,800 acres for those R5 zone and poor, landless people and all. He himself decided. When some other government is executed, again they're taken it back. Even today, if you really, in the cabinet meeting, they said that and the photos of Jagan Mohan Reddy and the stones, which was, that is been removed. But as far as 50 years interest-free FRBM loans are concerned, for which the Land Titling Act has been implemented by the Andhra Pradesh government, today they're smartly taking all sort of excuses. As you said in the Rushikonda, it is, if you recollect Telangana, the Pragati Bhavan, the way it has been made, all sort of executions have been made. But when it comes to other government, Congress has smartly given it to Batti Vikramarka sir and Setakka. As far as Rushikonda land, this thing is concerned, at the time of Ramarao Garu, as the chief minister, he made some what you call cottages. Subsequently, 35 years after it has got fallen, and instead of doing the renovations, what they made is they constructed a big building and etc. etc. In Vizag, there is only circuit house where the governor and the Rashtrapati comes. They used to stay there. Today, 500 crores been allocated. A smart building was made.
Yeah, but
If you
Prasad,
recollect
I'll tell you, Prasad, what are the people interested in? Whether it is Kejriwal or Soren or anyone else, what are the people interested in? Except for politicians, the people are interested in what is called fairness. I know that does not exist in the dictionary anymore. I'm asking you. This man, Naidu, was put in Rajahmundry jail. He was there. Do you think this white paper, one after the other, that Naidu is now releasing, will he take some action against Jagan Mohan Reddy? And even if it is for vendetta, which is very common in Indian politics, K.S. Prasad.
It's inevitable, ma'am. It's okay. This is just like tit for tat. Nothing else. Kejriwal have been and Kavita have been arrested from almost months together.
Yeah.
What's the outcome? Did they prove anything? Somebody decides, somebody's fate. Yes, they are doing according to their convenience and whims and fancies. This particular government got some tolerance from the NDA. They do according to that. Why in releasing white paper? The sanctity of white paper is very clear, ma'am. All newspapers, they are propagated more than 14 lakhs plus as far as loans are concerned. When it comes to governor presence, it is 10 lakhs. And the smart Chandrababu Naidu is smartly presented, it is 9,64,000 only. What is this? Exchequer is concerned, it varies from figures to figure, thousands of crores. People want smartness. Every day morning paper, 14 lakhs, Jagan Mohan Reddy need to be destroyed as far as political era and career is concerned.
So you think it's vendetta, K.S. Prasad?
He also tried for Chandrababu Naidu's political era.
So K.S.
What is the outcome?
So K.S. Prasad, you think this is just political vendetta and there is no real strength in all this? It's all just air.
Just, if you recollect, Chandrababu Naidu has been kept in the prison for 57 days. What is the outcome? 17A. Smartly it has come into the existence. Entire Supreme Court bench is about to sit and they will give verdict. Man. The only thing is, previously Chandrababu Naidu used to have some cases. He's on bail. The case got this thing and all. Instead of that, Jagan Mohan Reddy decided to prove that this guy is also having a case on the court. That's it. If you really recollect the land scam, outer ring road, inner ring road of Andhra Pradesh,
yes,
there is a huge scam which was taken place for which Chandrababu Naidu is suspected. Please release the documents. Please relieve the outcome. Means nobody is bothered. 5 years smartly gone for Jagan Mohan Reddy. Again, smartly 5 years time buying. They'll only blame Jagan Mohan Reddy. Looted. क्या लूटा रे भाई? वो बात तो नहीं बोलेंगे. बाकी सब तो बोलेंगे.
Right. So you are also pretty much saying like me that show me the money, in the sense rather show me the papers. Where are the papers? But there is one thing for sure. I just feel, and it's a gut, that apart from the fact that Chandrababu Naidu has to really overhaul, pull him up with the bootstraps so that he can do something for the state, because there are also super 6 which is waiting there. He has to fulfill all those promises. There is somehow he is projecting that the coffers are empty and he's really working hard for the people of Andhra Pradesh. Thank you so much, K.S. Prasad, for joining me in the opening debate today on the South Indian. And the next debate which is coming up is Siddaramaiah on a slippery slope. Siddaramaiah faces heat over corruption allegations. Governor mulls ordering prosecution. This comes after the break, and do not miss it, for I have advocate activist T.J. Abraham with us.